So you're someone with drive. You've got massive goals. You dream of success and living a life that feels truly fulfilling. But there's a catch. You're stuck in a rut. You already know what you should be doing, but you just don't do it. And every time you skip the work, the guilt creeps in. Because deep down, you know you're capable of much more. That guilt piles up, day after day, week after week, until eventually it turns into resignation. Then January rolls around again, and you find yourself setting the same old goals from last year. You begin with a burst of motivation and a sprinkle of optimism. But soon enough, procrastination sneaks in, like that unwanted guest who never knocks before showing up. It becomes a routine, postponing things, losing focus, feeling defeated. Eventually, you give yourself a label, lazy. But is that who you really are? Or is there a deeper reason behind this cycle of delay? There are countless productivity tips out there, but most of them only deal with surface-level issues. They suggest cutting out distractions, deleting social apps, or organizing your space. And yes, those tricks can help for a while, but they don't really solve the core of the problem, because what truly holds you back has a name: inertia. In scientific terms, inertia is an object's tendency to remain where it is. Still things stay still, moving things keep moving, unless something comes along and shifts their state. This is Newton's first law of motion. And while it's about physics, it also applies to human behavior. Getting started on anything, even the smallest task, takes effort, and that's where most of us get stuck. We build up the idea of beginning into something massive and intimidating, so instead of starting, we avoid. We reach for a quick hit of dopamine, a scroll, a snack, a distraction. To stop procrastinating, you need to tackle inertia, and that starts with one of two key strategies. First, make the starting line easier to cross. If the first step feels too big, shrink it. Say you've got a 5,000-word essay to write. Thinking about finishing it all at once creates pressure. It feels overwhelming. But what if your only goal was to write 50 words? Suddenly the resistance fades, the task feels doable, and you don't have to depend on willpower. Second, use the 2-minute rule. When you don't feel like starting, tell yourself you'll just do it for 2 minutes. That's it. You can stop afterward if you want. Not feeling like cleaning? Put on a song, clean while it plays, then stop. Chances are you'll keep going. You might write more than 50 words. You might finish the cleaning. Because once you're in motion, you tend to stay in motion. Momentum kicks in, and that's the secret. At first, it might feel like pushing a boulder uphill, but once you push past that initial resistance, you'll find yourself rolling forward with much less effort. That's why it's crucial to make the first move small and achievable. Lower the barrier, set a tiny goal, and just begin with 2 minutes. These two tools, reducing the size of the task and using short bursts, can be applied to any part of your life. Going to the gym, working on your passion project, reaching out to a friend, or even just getting out of bed. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step.